Hello, Strategic You family. We're here once again with our dear friend Julia Petit, who is going to talk to us a little bit more about toxicity in our homes and using essential oils, all natural products that will help us get away from that so that we can make sure that our ADHD homes are fully non toxic. Hi, Julia.
Thanks for having me.
Yes. Thanks for being here. So, from my understanding today, we're going to be talking a little bit about seasonal allergies because we're in that time frame of seasonal allergy time coming up. And what
Yeah.
else?
So I think that we were gonna talk a bit about seasonal threats and what we can do about them, and also some about the what we could do for energy and stamina.
Oh, yay. This is very important because I know one of the big things that can be a fight in our home with my teenager is energy drinks. And we've all seen all of the dangers in the warnings, as of lately with those energy drinks. So I am looking forward to this conversation.
Yes, yes, it can be a challenge for a lot of people, not just people with ADD, ADHD, but um, for run-of-the-mill Joe down the street can have a
Yeah.
hard time with that as well. So it's good to have an
Very true.
alternative.
Yes, absolutely. So let's start then with those seasonal threats.
Yeah. So my main go-to for for people who deal with, things in the air, the pollen, whatever that gets your body overreacting to all of those things is a product called Tri-Ease, and this is just a capsulated um, few drops of lemon, lavender, and peppermint. And you can totally do this just with the bottles of lemon, lavender, and peppermint too. And some people do that. They'll put it maybe in a shot glass of water, just like a little bit of water to get it down, or they'll drop it straight under their tongue, or they'll put it in some honey, especially if it's, a younger child that you're trying to help breathe
Mm,
easy in
That's,
these times where it's more difficult to breathe or not have the itchy nose, watery eyes.
that's
Then
smart too, because you
in
think
honey is
about
a good one.
the, you were going to say it. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was just saying it's good, a good way to get it into small kids because then it makes it, covers the flavor a little bit because peppermint can be kind of strong. And it also helps to dilute it a little bit. Honey is actually a little bit of a dilutant, whereas water is not. Water spreads, honey dilutes, just like a carrier oil would.
And I know back in the day too, when we lived near each other, we were big on giving the honey from our area to kids for that reason, for
Yes.
allergens
Oh, that's a
too.
great point.
And the pollen, right?
Yes.
Because I just picked
Yes.
some up
Because if you
this
can
week.
get honey, especially from a local source that is not pasteurized, that's very important.
Hmm.
Then, then that even just a little bit of honey every day can be beneficial because it just gives your body a little bit of pollen at a time, basically is
Hmm.
what it does. And then your body doesn't overreact because that's the problem. It's just you go out into the the fresh air that's, as spring is springing and it's
Yeah.
full of pollen and full of seeds and all these lovely smells, and your body can sometimes just overreact. And then because it's getting all of these senses at once, it just tries to to block all the things. So I mean, if you think about it, if you smell something and your body doesn't like it, then what's the most natural thing to do? Plug your
Yeah.
nose. And so that's where you get that like stuffy nose because your body's literally just trying to plug
Naturally trying.
your nose. Anyway, it's so
That's
funny
so fun.
the way it works.
Well,
But yeah, but those the oil blends and the raw honey, those are really great. And if you don't want to take something internally, then you can, a lot of people have good success using a blend of frankincense and melaleuca and lavender. Tea tree. It's Melaleuca alternifolia is the Latin name, and
Hmm.
I'm just kind of used to calling it that. It's also common name is tea tree. So, uh, tea tree and lavender and frankincense, and you roll it around your ears and on the back of your neck, and also
It helps.
using the blend breathe helps.
Mm, I love birds. Yes.
So those are some good options, but my favorite just kind of easy one is the Tri-Ease because it's already in a
Hmm.
capsule for all of us with busy lives. Sometimes it's
That's,
easier to say, hey, take this than it is to
I
be
agree.
like, oh, here, let me drop these in your mouth. So,
Yeah.
and they're a great alternative to or even side by side with other kind of over the counter antihistamines and stuff like that. They don't fight each other. You can use them at the same time even, but I know several people who've been able to just switch completely over to the more natural side, and that's a huge benefit because especially for those dealing with struggle focusing or struggle with alertness and stuff like that already, antihistamines can cause drowsiness and all of those things. So that doesn't really help someone who's already having a hard time with those things. And
Hmm.
the nice thing with essential oils is you don't necessarily have side effects, you just have side benefits. You might find that it's not quite doing what you thought it would do, but it's doing something else good. Oh, well, I was thinking that it would do this, but it actually helped me with this other thing. So yeah,
Very good point. Very good point.
yeah.
And bringing that up too, because of course, focus can be for certain types of ADHD one of the biggest factors. And I know for me, when I was on allergy medicine and not on an all natural, Tri-E supplement is what I take as well for my seasonal allergies, I would be so exhausted. Like
Yeah.
it really, I could not do them. They would knock me out for 12 hours, no problem. Benadryl does the same for me. I'm just very sensitive to that stuff. And then I eventually got to the point, with antihistamines, which this, to where unfortunately I had one of the worst side effects you could, which was my bladder just stopped working. It would not work. And fortunately for us, and here's the funny story, guys. I was in Hawaii on a vacation when this happened and pregnant, might I add. Um, it was awful. It was awful. Yes, the worst time for your bladder to stop working. Um, definitely flying back with a catheter was no fun. So, TMI for everybody else. But hey, whatever. We're all family here, right? So, um, that I know I'm one of those rare cases, with that situation. But I do know that for my son, who does focus or struggle with focus, excuse me, um, that is a very important
Yeah.
benefactor of having a natural way to help him with his seasonal allergies.
The reason that it does that is because the oils are actually kind of working synergistically with your body. They're not forcing you to do something, whereas the medications, they only have kind of one job and they do that job really well.
Hmm.
And so like they will stop your mucous membranes from producing, and
Yeah.
it will do what it was. And but sometimes you don't need that like blunt force, and you can work with your body and just kind of gently coax it into being more okay with the outside world.
Yeah. Yeah. They can really definitely be lifesavers.